drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
On now to kick it away is the punter, Matt Weil. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Here we go. Here we go. The 70 in. Bring it. Bring it. Under 10. Under 10. Touch it, Smith.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Well, that gives him a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3. 66, fully drive. Ready, go.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. The run on 3rd and long, so I guess waving the white flag a little bit.
Yeah, and I think sometimes teams are so committed to running the football that they'll take a chance, even in a long yardage situation, to let them know on the other side, this is what we're going to be about today. In this case, they didn't get a first down, but if you're thinking along with them, hey, they might be committed to running it all game long.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return, and the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. Let's go.
From just shy of midfield, Winston completes it to Lee. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd.
Check out. Hey, 5 on the 50.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. He's got the hook up to Lee. A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
2nd and 5 now. Winston under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Ready? Black, take that. Check, 55, Mike. Here we go. Flip it, flip it, flip it. Here we go.
3rd and long for Winston. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now a handoff looking right. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot.
Ready. Mike by 2, Mike by 2. Hey, mark the screen, mark the screen. Mark the screen. Check, 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 check. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Rush in, rush in, rush in. Go.
Now they try the right side here. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Texans have taken the lead. Ryan Succop for the point after. And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department as this remains a 6-3 score. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken short. And a great return. Solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing, often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the screen.
They'll try the right side with Bell. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So forget the 3 and out. The penalty makes this 1st and 10.
We own this. Let's go.
Give him 6 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
Get him, boy. Get him,
It's a
boy.
pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Ready. Flag.
30-yard line.
50 seconds to Mike. I'm trying to. Easy.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
For those who watch the game and want to question the courage of the guys who play on the corner, how about when you see a toss sweep coming your way, yet you still go into the backfield, get past the blockers, and make the tackle? That's big league.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
Ready. Blue lady. Coming to you. Let's go.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
The Lions into the red zone for the first time. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. His pass caught with the 4. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try and run it in with Bell. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Winston keeps it himself. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jameis Winston. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. Elliott good with a PAT, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Come get some. Come on, come get some.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Bell sheds him up. Touchdown, Detroit! Le'Veon Bell. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Ready? Blue lady. Mike 57. You better be afraid of me. Wait. You better be afraid of me.
Following the interception, Winston. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
First down. First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
First down, Winston. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Sammy Watkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Wide, get wide. He's crashing. He's topper. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Ready, go.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Ready. Look against the mic. I got him. Sponge. No. Shift. Hot.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a third down and 6 to go.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Just 61.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th.
Safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
They'll try and run for it, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain.
Here we go.
So certainly an interesting call there to go for it, and the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position.
Ready. White 25. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning.
Now a first down carry by Bell. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Again, it's Bell. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 38.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On 3rd and 1, here's Winston. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Now Winston on 4th down. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The linebacker C.J. Mosley there in coverage. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
That good for 22 and a first down.
Switch. 3, 2, 18. Chopper.
Right back to him on first down. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Delta. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Drop deep. Ready, go.
And a give this time to the tailback. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Watch the edge. Blue dog working.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Come on, 56. I got it. Shoot.
A first carry now for Alex Collins. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They've now produced 3-yard gains on 3 straight plays. Leads us to 4th down. Cincinnati Slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Check, check, check. He's coming. Double up, double up. Go, go.
They'll try and run for it. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Bill O'Brien rolls the dice, but to no avail. And the Lions will take over. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's Xavier Rhodes there in on the stop. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll go again with Bell. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Ready, black 25. Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Hey, check 24.
3rd and short yardage. Winston. Throw left side complete. That's Lee. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
Come on, boy. You better be ready.
Here's Watkins on the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Now the Texans will burn. The first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. From the gun, Winston. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Not that time for Watkins. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now, that turnover might just about do it here. 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
You're exactly right. They played smart, a couple of 1st downs, and this one should just about be over.
They'll keep it on the ground. Bell. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
White 25. Mike 58 right there. Target, 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 target.
On 3rd down, Winston. He's got a man complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards.
Hey, stop. Wait.
They're looking to throw this. Winston. He gets this one to Boyd. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Partney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Race don't travel. Race don't travel.
Now a handoff looking right. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
It's just me and you.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
You can't block any weapon. Any weapon. Undercut. Check 99. Check 99. High 7. Let's go. By 56. By 56. And go.
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. The Texans on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10.
Let's make these babies cry.
Go. 56. Mike's 56. All day, just like that. Just like that. 56 to Mike. 56.
For Lauletta, one final throw. A ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Murray. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for Detroit, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they will fall to 1-1, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Big numbers, 100 minute bag, that's a big number.